Pune also. In Sant Baba University, where and again it is 3 years program, but again I take more than that. Not more, sir. I completed in 2019, 12 to 19. So again it is a big time. In 19 I submitted my thesis. Okay, it is basically related to valid and managed and network security. My topic of the domain of network security. And after that COVID is there and many more things are there. So now currently I am working as the head of department IT, and now our department is going for MBA. Last year we completed successfully that. Before that I worked with component department 3 years back. At that time we completed the MBA of 5 departments: computer, mechanical, instrument, ENTCs, chemical. So it is just brief information about myself. So now first already I congratulate the whole team of your Sahyadri Valley College of Engineering, Mechanical Department, CSIT Department, because so many people are giving the opportunity to present ourselves regarding this particular topic. I think your topic is machine learning fundamentals using your AIST. Again, the topic is very interesting because we deal with multiple things, multiple domains. Machine learning itself is a big thing, big domain. Then we are going for the AIST. AI, again, it is a new thing, new challenges we have. And my topic, assigned topic is what? Data pre-processing and feature engineering and selection. Maybe some people feel like this. Why the feature engineering? Because you people are civil engineering, mechanical engineering, chemical engineering. What exactly feature engineering? So feature engineering is what? Feature is a very good thing. Try to understand. Feature is our identity. Features. Everyone having the God gifted, everyone having uniqueness. Everyone having uniqueness. Okay. Again, there is a what we can say. Everything having options like this. People say, sir, somewhere there are twins. They are having the same look, same ears, same face. Okay, that is optional thing. But mostly 99%, everyone uniquely executing multiple things. So feature is unique thing. Every component, every utility, whether it is a software, whether it is a hardware, human being, any electronics components, images, whatever data, information. Feature is a very unique, universal thing that you have to identify. And it is very difficult, try to understand, because everyone having different perception, different logic. If I ask madam, okay, just summarize the features of this computer system. Maybe madam says, sir, this is i7 processor with certain RAM, certain hard disk, certain GPU, CPU, core to dual, something like that. So another madam says, sir, no, it is the HP processor, it is the Intel processor, it having this frequency, this having this CMOS. Another faculty say something differently. Okay, sir, it is made, it is built in so and so company in this year. The manufacturer is so and so. The inventor is something. So like this. So there are multiple perceptions, multiple views. So somewhere it is our duty, it is our responsibility as an engineer to accommodate all the multiple values in single form. People say how it is. Suppose everyone say the different value. If I ask everyone, okay, sir, give me the brief information about yourself. Sir, give 5-page information. Sir, give 2-page information. Sir, give 1-page information. In the form of English language, in the form of Marathi language. But when I want to accommodate all this information, I prepare one container of database. I load all the information in one text file. I want to upload that file on cloud, on certain application or prediction model. I use that file as input. So at that case, I deal with this computer system. I use some platforms. I use some languages. I use some processes to upload, to download, to edit that files. Okay, is it right or wrong? Exactly, it is correct. So this system only understands 0 and 1. They are not understand what is A, what is D, what is Z, what is English, what is Marathi, what is Chinese. Our system only deal with 0 and 1 binary. So somewhere, someone has to take care of all these things, and whatever data we have to what? We have to aggregate, or we have to summarize, or we have to normalize. Normalization is a one term. Those who belong to database, they know what is normalization. Normalization form. What is data aggregation? What is data summarization? Aggregation is a different thing. Somewhere we are going to accelerate the things. We are trying to highlight the headings of the whole news. Because some people deal with the news content, article. Every day there is a big, every minute, every second, there is a huge amount of data is produced by every platform. And we cannot stop that data production. But it is our duty to extract the proper content. What exactly we want from the whole data. Already in that classroom, already I given the basic difference between information and data. Data is what? A generalized thing, a raw thing. This is data. Okay. A college, Sahyadri Valley College of Engineering, Aicte Atal, Rajuri or whatever. This is data. But what is information? Meaningful information, corrective information, specific information, tentative information, or values, statistics, along with attributes, along with data matrix, along with weight. Okay, we have a computer engineering branch with 60 intake, 120 intakes, number of students admitted from last 3 years, number of students placed, number of students going for entrepreneurship. So this is statistics. Some students having TFWS category, these students having more than 100% CIT score, like this. So this is information. So somewhere we have to clear what is information and what is data. So my presentation basically deals with these two parts. First part is all about the data pre-processing, and second part, somewhere we are going for feature extraction. So go for the next one. So friend, very simple terms we are put here. As I told you, we people are busy in MBA work, so in yesterday's session I prepared this PPT. What is data pre-processing? The process of cleaning and transformation of raw data. This is nothing but the data pre-processing step. Second step is what? We can prepare data for ML model. ML stands for machine learning model. Why we are doing for data pre-processing? Because we have to ready our raw data for prediction model. Somewhere we have to submit, we have to provide output to that particular model. That's why that model work on your data and it comes with some outcomes. Second, we have to improve our data quality. As I told you, if I have an image and that image is very noisy, so we have many more limitations to deal with that image. That's why somewhere we have to improve the quality of data. Whether it is audio, whether it is video, image, text. Because nowadays we cannot say only text is data. Multimedia data we are handling every day. Okay. That is the thing. Structural, non-structural, functional, non-functional. It is related to data. Next one. Why data pre-processing is essential? We have a real world data. It is totally incomplete. Because when we are going for machine learning, artificial intelligence, we have to deal with specific applications. So in that case, we have to deal with real world data. The data is not predefined. Real world means what? A real application we have to consider. Suppose someone expected, okay, what is the climate of upcoming 3 years? What about rain? How much rain will be we are expected in this particular Aicte Atal region, in Pune district, in Mumbai district. So as an engineer, as an AI machine learning engineer, we have to predict some values on basis of raw data. That's why it is essential. Second thing is what? We have to maintain the consistency, data consistency. Because nowadays we are having a lot of issue with consistency. Then noisy data, as I told you. Noisy means error values. Everything along with the errors. So we have to first of all identify the errors. We have to perform some prevention measures. Then we have to extract the data without error. Then we have to improve the model accuracy, because at the end your data is not raw data. When we are going to deploy that data with certain model, so it works as an application. So that application we are expected in terms of higher gain value, 99% we are expected. It is correct. Or we are expected it is 99% is incorrect. No. We are expected the corrective actions. Next one. So friend, these are the very basic things. I am not going to explain any new things. CSI people already know about this. Again, I am going to represent once again in different way, in different manner. Maybe the first year students, they are firstly deal with such type of content. But those who belong from the CSI background, they already know what is data, what are the type of data, what is metadata, what is functional data cleaning, data integration, data transformation, data reduction, data discretization, discrete data, continuous and discrete. Those who are belongs from the signal values, the continuous signal and discrete signal. Analog and digital. When we are set some labels, 0 and 1s, it comes in discrete level. And if the data is not appearing in 0 and 1s, it is a flow of data, peak and value. So we cannot say it is a continuous flow of data. So it is not a discrete. So there is a discretization. Next. So first of all, go for last video. So these are the 5 basic fundamental steps of data pre-processing. As you know, we deal with 2 topics: data pre-processing and feature extraction. My presentation divided into 2 parts. The first part is totally dedicated for how data pre-processing happens. What are the basic steps of that data pre-processing? Cleaning, mitigation, transformation, capture and discretization. First we are going for data cleaning. Next, data cleaning होता है, मीन्स क्या होता है? What exactly it is? अपन क्लीन करतो, आपल्या स्वतःला क्लीन करतो का नाही रोज? बाथ घेतो, आंघोळ करतो. Cleaning means what? Cleaning. So same thing happens. So friends, there are a number of filters. Maybe faculty members low filter, high filter, median filter, PCM. There are mean, max, many more techniques available in market. With the help of that technique, we can with single click. Nowadays, before 20 years, 30 years back, we have to thoroughly take the data. Lot of time we have to spend to filter the data. But today things are very simple. We have to just upload the file. We have to select the filter. We have to submit button. With fraction of second, we can conclude with some good values. Okay, we can exactly remove the errors. Again, handling missing values. So these are the attributes. Okay, cleaning होता है, means क्या होता है? जो missing values है, उसको हम लोगों को focus करना है. Why missing values? Suppose here 60 people are expected, only 50 people are attending the session. Who is remaining? Once you identify who is remaining, who is missing, then we can focus on that. And if about the missing values, about that 10, how much we are expected for features, that again we have to find out. Because feature is not the limitation only 1 to 50. We have to deal with the whole data set. Out of whole data set, we have to extract the good features. For feature preparation, we have to perform the data preprocessing. Mean, median, mode. These are the 3 steps. Second is what? Forward and backward feed. Third is what? Removing records. Removing noise, removing duplicate data, fixing inconsistencies. That is the part. Handling missing values के अंदर again 3 steps है. वैसा removing noise के अंदर भी सब steps है. हर एक के अंदर steps है. लेकिन with the limited time, we have a very short time. Within that we have to conclude this. So I just highlighted about the first things. Suppose we have to find out the missing values. What are the methods? So these are the 3 methods. With these methods we can. What is mean max? What is median? Mean and max. Mean and max, there is one formula. Suppose we have a data set, we have a percentile. So what we are doing for mean, we are finding x value. Out of that data, we are considering random x value. Multiply with the minimum value divided by the max value of that data set. That is the mean value. Somewhere we are going for a median filter. Some what we can say, we are going for Euclidean distance. In some cases, we are finding the centroid of data. So there are multiple ways, multiple formulas available. In image processing, we are having gradient approach. We are having some ready-made tools available. Okay, with that tools, Gabor filter is there. We are applying the Gabor filter and we are extract the noisy and unwanted things. Go on next page. So this is a very small Python activity. I think you people are familiar with the Python program. In first year itself there is Python and C programming is also there. So normally we are using Jupyter or any runtime environment to deal with the Python programs. So this is a small Python program. where we deal with two basic libraries, pandas and numpy. Pandas and numpy. Pandas is there and numpy is there. So that is the import of libraries. Why these libraries are expressed? Numpy it deals with the mathematical functions. Okay. So here this is a random sample data set with missing values. This we are predicted. We know these are the missing values because I know what is the roll call of my class 1 to 16. Only 50 students are here. So I know on which basis I am going to find out the missing numbers. On basis of name, on basis of roll numbers, on basis of place identity. मला माहिती माझा मेंदू ट्रेन झालाय. मला माहिती बाबा हां पाटील नाही आहे, चौमुगी आहे, शेख आहे, दुसरं संदीप नाही आहे. Like this. That is the one trick. Second trick is what? I gather all the roll numbers together. I can call 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then I make absence mark. Something face sketches. Someone say no sir, no, not necessary. We are going for AI. Just set some camera. In back end the camera we have an application of machine learning AI. Once the student enter in classroom, automatically the attendance will be captured on basis of face, retina, anything will be happening. We have a biometric, a number of things. That is a different platforms. So this is a small thing where we deal with age, mass and grade. Age 20, 21, NP.NAN means what? What do I mention? Missing values. Exactly. These are the missing values. 23 and 22. Similarly, in other buffers, someone said it is a list, it is an array, it is a two-dimensional thing. It is not the thing. Okay, we are not here for programming part. We have to just understand. No one expected to run this, compile this and try to find out errors. We are here to find out the missing values. This particular Python code reflects what are the missing values we have. So these are the missing values in this particular data set. So data frame, DF stands for data frame. Data frame for data, and we are going to print that data frame. So likewise, we are going for the mean integration, numerical data. So that is a free DNA function. It is already inbuilt functions. Okay. Many more libraries and functions available in Python. Suppose we are dealing with MATLAB. So we have to prepare a graphical user interface. There is a one MATLAB command. With the MATLAB command, we are going for it. See, in Java programming, we have to convert grayscale image into color or color to grayscale or black and white. You have to write to line of code up to 20 or 25 lines. But in MATLAB, there is one command along with histogram. Image, you have to browse, you have to do the path, and you have to explore that image. We have to do the source to destination. With single command, we can convert the image that format from grayscale to color, binary to color, color to grayscale. So this is a small example. With this code, we can easily handle the missing values. Why I have put here Python code? Because Python is more compatible with machine learning. We can easily deal with machine learning as compared to other languages. That's why mostly the Python having a huge demand in market. If we have a good knowledge of Python libraries, we can exactly deal with the programming of machine learning and AI. Go on next one. So easily we can find out the mean function. We are just applying code mean function. So once you find out mean, suppose we don't have a code, we don't have a platform. So manually, suppose I have a data of 60 students, I can find out the formulas. Manually, it takes more time. But I have a data of bundles, CRs, lakhs. I deal with the data with huge amount of data I handle. In that case, it is very difficult. So we are taking help of system. I hope you understand what I want to say. Is it clear to everyone? I'm not going to describe any new thing. Things already we are using in our daily basis. That's the same thing I highlighted here. Data integration, amalgamation. Integration means we are integrated diploma of engineering together. We are trying to adjust different data values into one value. Means suppose we have a data in text, we have a data in number, we have a data in ASCII character, we have a data in integer, we have a data in decimal point, and how you can deal with multiple variants. So somewhere we have to think, we have to conclude all the different data formats into one format. That's why integration is essential. We have to integrate. Integrate means not integration means addition. Somewhere we have to going for normalization, aggregation, multiple things we are going to handling redundancy, and you have to resolve conflicts. Conflict means what? What is overfitting? I hope the people know overfitting problem, data overfitting problem. Conflict, data conflict over. Redundancy. Redundancy and conflict are different things. Try to understand. Data redundancy means what? We have a data. At College of Engineering, this name is appear continuously. Redundant, loop. Appear number of times. If we have to perform a particular process, we are just going for a loop activity. We are set the threshold and we are going for the multiple transaction. Data redundancy. The particular data is appear continuously in same form, same data structure, same container, same database. Data redundancy. Conflict is something different. There is a confusion, conflict. We expected something, actual value is something. Conflict. There is a misunderstanding between that data. Somewhere we have to adjust that value together. What exactly correct? Which value is correct and which value is incorrect? That things we have to identify. Every topic we can give 1 hour for every topic, but it is not possible. So data transformation. When we are looking for data mining, is again big thing. In data mining also we have normalization, standardization, encoding, decoding, aggregation, many more things we have. Earlier I have given the normalization, aggregation. Normalization means what? In object-oriented programming also we have a concept of data, class, normalization, aggregation. In database management system, we have a normalization form. Somewhere, as far as the machine learning concerned, we have to normalize database model. We have many flavors of data. Somewhere we have to normalize all the different flavors into one flavor. So it is our responsibility. How it is, so that we are going to discuss. Next, encoding, decoding. Again, there are multiple tools, multiple algorithms. Next one, data reduction. देखो बहुत सारा data है, big data we are having. Somewhere we have to deal with the features. If we extract the limited features, no need to go for everyone. देखो एक एग्जांपल देता हूँ मैं आपको. Suppose you work as a HR in particular company and you have to going for the recruitment process of some employee. Okay. सब लोग भेज रहे हैं resume मेरे को hard copies में, soft copies में. So if I thoroughly going to read line by line resume of everyone, it take more time for me. So what I can do? I just highlight how much internship you are completed, what is your total experience, what is your highest qualification. I just check these 3 posts: total experience, your project value, how many projects you have developed, and what is your internship value, and what is total industrial experience you have, and what is your highest qualification. These 3 parameters I extracted in terms of features. So indirectly I reduce the data. डेटा रिडक्शन ही हो रहा है ना. ऐसा नहीं कि हम लोग पूरा डेटा के साथ काम नहीं करने की जरूरत नहीं है. If you have a whole data, I expected 60 people resume and I read everyone and then I conclude. Instead of that, I just extract the features of only every CV. That is data reduction in terms of feature selection, feature extraction. Select करना पड़ेगा. ये मैंने select किया, उसको extract करना पड़ेगा. That is the second step. PCA. That is the technique. Okay, it is used for diagnostic reduction and sampling. Sampling भी पता है, sampling theorem पता है. There is one subject, digital signal processing. Sampling theorem आपको सब लोगों को पता है. Okay, we are just discover that different data into different patterns in samples. Okay, आपण मराठीमध्ये बघा शीतावरून भाताची परीक्षा करतो. आपण लीडिंगला जास्त माहिती. आपण काय पूर्ण भात शीतला बघतो का? एक शीत बघितलं तर लक्षात येतं. That is sampling process. In testing also, we are doing the same practice: data testing, software testing, sampling testing, unit testing. Okay, like this. Go from this. Data discretization. Discretization means what? Discrete data, continuous and discrete. Convert the continuous data into intervals, 0 to 1. एक सिग्नल आहे आपल्याकडे. आपण त्याला 0 and 1 मध्ये discrete manner मध्ये कन्वर्ट केलं. Equal with binning. Binning म्हणजे binning process. Binning process म्हणजे काय? एक तर तुम्ही इनिशियल लेवलला वापरू शकता बिनिंग किंवा लास्ट लेवलला वापरू शकता. प्रीफिक्स फिक्स आहे. तुमचा जो डेटा आहे त्याला तुम्हाला समराइज करायचा. यू हॅव टू समराइज युअर सिग्नल डेटा. सिग्नल मीन्स इट्स डेटा. That data we have to summarize in the binning form. So that is equal frequency binning. एक फ्रीक्वेंसी आपण टार्गेट घेतलं. फ्रीक्वेंसी नुसार आपण बिनिंग केलं. पार्टिशन्स. सेम फ्रीक्वेंसी वाले एका ग्रुपला घेतलं, डिफरंट फ्रीक्वेंसी एका ग्रुपला घेतलं. 0 to 20 in one cluster, 20 to 40 in one cluster, 60 to 80 like this. So this is the many process. Go for this. Importance of data pre-processing. Why data pre-processing is essential? Till we are just dealing with data pre-processing. Still we have to go for the feature extraction. Better model performance, because we are handling data for what purpose? Because we have to submit this data to machine learning model, AI model. That model can predict some outcome for you for a specific application. That's why you have to go for the better performance of model. So once you go for the data pre-processing, then it is feasible. Otherwise, it is not feasible. Generalized data we can submit to the machine learning model. How it works? It not give the proper performance, proper outcome what we are expecting. So again, suppose your input is wrong, by default your output is wrong. So that's why you have to deal with pre-processing stage. Reduce the overfitting problem, data overfitting. Same data we cannot repeat it again. An efficient computational time. We have to deal with the minimum computational time. Efficiently we have the reliability, scalability, security, redundancy, all attributes we are combined here. Okay. With good gain value. Throughput. Our throughput is always better than others. That we are going to conclude with these computational things. Computational value means what is the computational value outcome of this machine? How we can identify? Somewhere we are manually perform or we are additionally set some tools. What is the exertion from morning 8 to midnight 8? We are or midnight 12. We are finding the computational value. What is the computational time of this system? Go on next one. So from this PPT onwards we are dealing with feature extraction. Up to this PPT we are dealing with what? Friends, just listen. It is interactive thing. Up to this we are dealing with what? Madam? Data pre-processing. As I told you, my presentation divided into two parts. Part A and Part B. Part A is what? Data processing. And second is what? Feature extraction. We already completed data pre-processing. How many steps are there in data pre-processing? Already I mentioned. So go on last one. Go on last one. Next. Five steps are there. So already we discussed these 5 steps. Why it is essential? Why cleaning? Why integration, reduction, discrimination? Why this is essential? I think you understand. What is the need of this? If you are not performing this, without this you cannot assume the feature extraction. Feature extraction is the next step. But before that we have to thoroughly conclude all these 5 steps, and then we are eligible to perform the feature extraction step. Okay, feature means what? आपण त्याला वैशिष्ट्य म्हणू शकतो मराठीत. फीचर्स प्रत्येकाचं फीचर वेगळं आहे. हेअर कलर, विड्थ, लेंथ ऑफ फेस, वेट, हाईट, features of human body. Features of computer system. This is i7 processor, RAM value, GPU value, CPU value, hard disk value, USB ports. So these are the features. I hope you understand what is the features. Feature, this is a confused man who exactly don't know how to recognize, how to select good features from the multiple data set. That's why I put this. So this is the feature engineering. Social engineering पता है सब लोगों को, नेता लोग करते हैं social engineering. They are give and take policy. That is the social engineering. So this is the feature engineering. Feature engineering is what? We have to thoroughly understand first of all what is data, what is information. So already I given lot of information how we can go for data and how we are going for information. There is a major difference between data and information. And whatever data we have, we are going for pre-processing, and that this is a post-processing thing, feature extraction. Okay, go on this. So you have to predict the house price. Already I mentioned. So this is a house. So how we can going to make a machine learning prediction model about the price? कैसे करोगे price आप उसको कैसे करोगे evaluation? So these are the features. Area, how much build area, what is the facilities available in that house? Okay, well furnished, curtains, well furnished, good looks, everything is present over there. All bedrooms are clean, neat, expected. Whatever expected is an age. What is age when we build that house? 20 years back, 30 years back, 50 years back. Location, prime location, highway touch, remote place. So all these features are matter, and at the end we are conclude the price. What exactly the price of that house? So price depend on how many features. Only these 4-5 features. Anyone you want to add in this? You want to add any additional in this? मैंने बोला है 5, आपके साइड से बोलो ना, एक तो बाकी इसमें बोलो. Yes. Nowadays the people are thinking about the vastu dosham thing. That feature also we can add, whether the house is exactly following all the vastu activities, whether it is as per the Agnyala Epaise, Vayuvala Epaise, Isla Epaise, Vesla Epaise. That is also feature. So all this is that we can conclude the price. Okay, next one. Identify dog and cat. Very small and simple example we are discussing. Nothing difficult in this. So these two images are somehow very closer. There is a conflict. Already we discussed about the conflict. Whether it is true or false. Which one is correct? Overfitting is something. Data overfitting is something different. Redundancy. Same image is repeated multiple times. That is nothing but data redundancy. Same thing. But here we have to deal with conflict. The two, dog and cat. Okay, small plate we have. So something is confusion. How we are going to classify whether it is a dog or whether it is a cat. Because manually it is somehow easy. But how is system going to understand? Because we have to train our system in terms of supervised and unsupervised learning. Again, there is a matter of labor. Maybe some upcoming sessions deal with the supervised and unsupervised terms. It is not my topic, but somewhere we have to deal. Next, go on next. So what we are doing? We are first my feature is nose. We are capture the nose area. Again, some researchers they are doing research for this object detection, object identification. Suppose we have an image, we have a video. In this video, how many objects are there? How many humans are there? How many cars are there? How many laptops are there? And we are making training. In final year students also, they are dealing as a project. We are identify the object, the component of object, human being, like this. So like this, nose. Next feature, we are doing for eyes. Why we are doing for multiple features? No one asked me. Can we say one feature is sufficient to predict the model? Why we are doing for multiple features? What is the reason behind it? Feature is unique. Every feature is unique. Multi-model competition. Because somewhere we have to go for the high computational rate. Already we discussed that. We have to go for the good efficiency. Because at the end, whatever model we are going to prepare, once it gives the 100% throughput, 100% scalability, 100% effectiveness, then it is applicable or it is acceptable by users. Otherwise, it is rejected. So again, we have to think about that. Next one. Again, we are going for additional ear also. Which we are trying to find out the patterns about eyes, ears, nose, mouth. This is a multi-model we are expecting. If you only go with one nose, maybe there is a little bit confusion. Maybe nose are similar and there is a chances of conflict. So likewise, you are thinking. Go on next one. Features. So here thoroughly we have a description. But here I have highlighted a small thing. Instead of reading the whole thing, okay, generally in machine learning algorithms, what is the role of features? We take the input as features, we can generate the output, the feature values, observation, instances, attributes, parameters, many more names we have. Okay, image processing, the feature definition is something different. Feature is common, but we can describe in different way and different manner. Okay, in video processing it is different. So my perspective is very simple. Feature is an attribute that impacts a problem or it is useful for the problem. लक्ष्य देते तुमच्या या वाक्याचा अर्थ काय होतो? It impact on your problem. So what is your problem? Problem is what? आपण एक problem statement घेतो बघा. जी लोक करतात, research करतात, they know what is the problem statement. Objectives, aim, Problem statement is what madam expected. Okay, write a Python program to prepare a bubble sort or a matrix multiplication, convolution, or something like that. So this is the problem statement as a lab. But here, in natural language processing or in artificial intelligence or in machine learning, somewhere we expected multiple features. So how we are going to accept the features, whether it impact on your data set or it is going to solve your data problems, because we have a big data. Already I give an example. As a HR, I want to hire 4-5 employees for my company, and I receive CV from 100 people at the same time in hard copy or in soft copy. Instead of scanning every CV, I just highlight on your project, how many projects you did, what is your highest qualification, and what is your total experience. 3 features, 3 attributes I extract. On this, so I just filter it, I remove others CV, and I just call only 3 or 4 people out of 100. Likewise, next thing, feature engineering. Why the feature engineering word? Because initially I mentioned why engineering, feature engineering. Because it is a big process. Why the word is added here as a suffix? Feature extraction is a different thing. This is a whole, when we are performing all these 5 or 6 steps, it is a feature engineering word. Feature engineering means what? We have multiple resources of data. Nowadays, again, it is every day it is added, because everyone now deal with the social platforms, Facebook, e-platforms, any number of things we have. Twitters, news, everything we have. Photographs, images, videos, multimedia data, multiple resources, multiple containers we have. So somewhere it is a duty of that social engineering or data analyst, because nowadays in company the people are hiring for data analyst, data engineer, data science engineer to handle the data. So these are the different sources where we have to club all the sources in one platform. That is your raw data. I hope it is visible to everyone. Last raw data, the first block. From that onwards, data pre-processing starts. Raw data, we are performing the data integration, data cleaning, data transformation, data criticizing, everything we are doing. Then we are going for feature extraction. After that, we are going for modeling. We are preparing AI model, machine learning model. We are going for prediction, insights. Insight means what? We are finding some outcomes. We are preparing model because we have to conclude some outcome values from that model. That is the insight. So this is the feature engineering. I think this diagram is sufficient to explore the meaning of feature engineering. What is feature engineering? How feature engineering works? So basically, you have to club the data from different sources. You have to form a raw data container. You have to extract some features, values. You have to go for modeling, and then you have to go for the perception. Okay. Next, feature creation and transformation. Just tell me one thing, everyone. Number of times I use this word feature extraction from data. We have a data, only we have our data, and we are extracting features. Is it right or wrong? And here I put the title feature creation. आप लोग क्लास क्रिएट करते हो, ऑब्जेक्ट क्रिएट करते हो, instances. Creation, constructor, you can create something. Feature create करना जरूरी है कि feature already available है, existing है. तुमसे क्या करते हो? Voice. लक्ष्य देते काय चर्चा करता हूं. Here I put the title feature creation. Means what? एक एक्झाम्पल घेतलं बघा मी. हाऊस घेतलं, हाऊसच्या बाजूला किती फीचर्स टाकले, त्याचं लोकेशन, त्याचं एज, त्याचा एरिया, त्याचा लँडअप एरिया, बरोबर ना, त्याचे फॅसिलिटीज. ॲडिशनली वास्तू पण आपण घेतलं, वास्तुशास्त्रानुसार आहे का, हे फीचर आपण ऍड केलं. पण त्याच्या पलीकडे तुम्हाला एक नवीन फीचर क्रिएट करायचं असेल, तुम्हाला पूर्ण टूल वापरावं लागेल. फीचर क्रिएशन एक्झिस्टिंग तुमच्याकडे आहे, पण तुम्हाला काहीतरी ऍड ऑन करायचं. तुमच्या लॅब कॉम्प्युटर सिस्टीम मध्ये आहे, पण तुम्हाला ऍड ऑन घ्यायचं, ईपीआय घ्यायचं. तुम्ही ऍड ऑन करता की नाही? त्याशिवाय होत नाही डायरेक्ट, बरोबर की नाही? ईपीआय घेता ना काय, त्याच्यासाठी आपण फीचर क्रिएशन करू. जेवढं दरबर काय करू, मग त्याच्यासाठी कुठले टूल्स आहे काय आपण हे बघू. ट्रान्सफॉर्मेशन, जे लोक कॉम्प्युटर ग्राफिक्स शिकवतात ते नो व्हॉट इज ट्रान्सफॉर्मेशन, व्हॉट इज स्केलिंग, व्हॉट इज रोटेशन. Transformation means what? Scaling is transformation. Enlarge केलं, एखादा ऑब्जेक्ट आहे, तो तुम्हाला व्ह्यू होत नाही, सर त्याला एनलार्ज केलं, त्याचं साईज रिसाईज केलं, म्हणजे ट्रान्सफॉर्मेशन आहे. किंवा एक इकडेचं लोकेशन इमेज इकडून उचलली इकडे पेस्ट केली, त्याला तुम्ही ट्रान्सफॉर्मेशन म्हणता का? स्केलिंग, रिसाइजिंग, ट्रान्सफॉर्मेशन इज व्हॉट. At least those who deal with scanline algorithm, DDA, vision hands, computer graphics, they know what exactly it is. Transformation. Just read it. Ensure that all the variables are on the same scale, making the model easier to understand. आपलं मोठं काय मी पहिल्यापासून सांगतो तुम्हाला. In data pre-processing, we have to summarize all the features because here we are not dealing with images, we deal with features. आपल्याला काय करायचं आहे, मल्टिपल फीचर्स आहेत. बघा एक फीचर्स आहे, आता कॉस्ट आहे त्या होमची, ती तुमच्या रुपीज मध्ये येईल. आपण एक एक्झाम्पल घेतलं इनिशियली, हां तुमचं लँड एरिया तुमचं स्क्वेअर फीट मध्ये येईल, हे मान्य की नाही सर? तुमचं एक हाऊस आहे, तुम्हाला ते सेल करायचं आहे आणि तुम्हाला एक प्रिडिक्शन मॉडेल बनवायचे, याची किती प्राइस असू शकते, किती लॅक्स असू शकते, किती सीआर असू शकते. तुमचं लँड कार्पेट एरिया स्क्वेअर फीट मध्ये येईल, तुम्ही कन्स्ट्रक्शन केलं ते वेगळ्या मॉडेलमध्ये येईल, बरोबर की नाही? तुमचं रूमची साईज 10x10 येईल, बरोबर ना? प्रत्येक गोष्टीचे वेगवेगळे कॉम्पोनंट व्हॅल्यू आहे, वेगवेगळे व्हेरिएबल आहे, वेगवेगळे टायटल आहे, ते तुम्हाला एका प्लॅटफॉर्मवर आणायचं. व्हॉट इज युअर ड्युटी? सपोज वी हॅव मल्टिपल व्हेरियंट्स, वी हॅव टू कन्क्लूड ऑल व्हेरियंट्स इन सेम स्केल. आपल्याला कन्क्लूड करताना एकच स्केल लावायचे, पास आहे का नापास आहे? ठीक आहे, पास असेल डिस्टिंक्शन मध्ये पास आहे, फर्स्ट क्लास मध्ये पास आहे, हायर सेकंड क्लास मध्ये पास आहे, नुसता पास आहे. इट इज अ डिफरंट थिंग. पण आपण बोलताना काय बोलतो, हा तू पास आहे, हा नापास आहे, तू फेल आहे, तू पास आहे, लाईक दिस. सो दिस इज वी हॅव टू समवेअर. दॅट्स व्हाय द ट्रान्सफॉर्मेशन इज इसेन्शियल इन फीचर. फीचर मध्ये ट्रान्सफॉर्मेशन काय असेल? इट इज अ स्टेप ऑफ फीचर इंजिनिअरिंग. इट इन्व्हॉल्व ऍडजस्टिंग द प्रिडिक्टर व्हेरिएबल. प्रिडिक्टर जे प्रिडिक्टर व्हेरिएबल आहे, व्हेरिएबल सर्वच आहे, लोकल व्हेरिएबल, ग्लोबल व्हेरिएबल, तुम्हाला माहिती आहे, स्टॅटिक व्हेरिएबल, डायनॅमिक व्हेरिएबल, प्रोग्रामिंग पार्टनर. प्रिडिक्टर असतो. प्रिडिक्टर म्हणजे काय? जो प्रिडिक्ट करणारा व्हेरिएबल, ज्याच्यानुसार प्रिडिक्शन तुम्ही करणार आहे, त्या व्हेरिएबलला तुम्ही हायलाइट करायचं, त्याचं ट्रान्सफॉर्मेशन करायचं इन टर्म्स ऑफ युनिफॉर्म. एक युनिफॉर्मनेस आणायचं त्याच्या स्किलिंग मध्ये. लक्षात येते तुमच्या? नेक्स्ट फीचर एक्सट्रॅक्शन. हे बघा आपण स्टेप बघतोय. फीचर क्रिएशन बघितलं, फीचर ट्रान्सफॉर्मेशन बघितलं, आता आपण फीचर एक्सट्रॅक्शन बघतो. हे बघा फीचर सिलेक्ट झालं, आपल्याला समोर 10 फीचर्स आपल्याला द्यायचे, बरोबर? मग घ्यायचे म्हणजे त्याला काही इनपुट लावावं लागेल. मग फीचर एक्सट्रॅक्शन, डेटा मायनिंग असा एक सब्जेक्ट आहे की जो टोटली त्या फीचर एक्सट्रॅक्शन वरती सांगतो. ज्याच्यामध्ये कंटेंट बेस इमेज रिट्रीव्हल एक शब्द आला असेल, तुमचे पीजी लोकांनी केला असेल बघा, कंटेंट बेस इमेज रिट्रीव्हल, CBIR, कोरबा, कॉमन ऑब्जेक्ट मॉड्यूल. डिस्ट्रीब्युटेड सिस्टीम मध्ये आपण वापरतो सर कॉमन ऑब्जेक्ट मॉड्यूल, डिस्ट्रीब्युटेड कॉमन ऑब्जेक्ट मॉड्यूल. तुम्ही ऐकलं असेल, बरोबर ना? नेटवर्क फाईल सिस्टीम मध्ये तुम्ही या गोष्टी वापरता. वेगळं काहीच नाही, डिस्ट्रीब्युटेड मध्ये जनरली आपण या गोष्टी कंटिन्युअस वापरतो. फीचर एक्सट्रॅक्शन, फीचर एक्सट्रॅक्ट करायचं म्हणजे काय करायचं? याच्यामध्ये वेगवेगळे मेथड्स आहेत. क्लस्टर अनालिसिस, टेक्स्ट अनालिटिक्स, एज डिटेक्शन. एज डिटेक्शन मध्ये लोकांचं PhD झालं. एज डिटेक्शन यांनी पण झालं. प्रिन्सिपल कॉम्पोनंट अनालिसिस, PCA ज्याला आपण म्हणतो, त्याच्यावरती तो ठरवलेला अल्गोरिदम आहे, त्याच्यावरती आपण एक तास बोलू शकतो. हे झालं फीचर एक्सट्रॅक्शन. म्हणजे काय करतो आपण? जे ऑटोमॅटेड फीचर्स आहेत ते एक्सट्रॅक्ट करतो आणि प्लस आपण काय करतोय की जो रॉ डेटा आहे, ज्या रॉ डेटातून काही फीचर्स आले, आपली स्टेप, आपली एम काय पर्टिक्युलरली जो डेटा आहे त्याचं व्हॅल्यू कमी करायचं आणि त्याच्यातून एक स्पेसिफिक फीचर एक्सट्रॅक्ट करायचे, स्पेसिफिक टर्म्स घ्यायचे, स्पेसिफिक व्हॅल्यू घ्यायचे. म्हणजे अननेसेसरी इरिलेव्हंट डेटा तुमचा काय होईल? स्किप होईल, बरोबर की नाही? म्हणून आपण फीचर एक्सट्रॅक्ट करतो. सिलेक्शन. आता सिलेक्शन, मला 10 लोकांपैकी 5 लोक मला हायर करायचे, माझ्या ऑर्गनायझेशन साठी. मी काय सिलेक्शन क्रायटेरिया आहे? दोज वर हॅविंग फर्स्ट क्लास इन 10th 12th, फर्स्ट इयर टू लास्ट इयर. हा झाला माझा थ्रेशोल्ड. थ्रेशोल्ड मध्ये डिफरन्स आहे, लोकल थ्रेशोल्ड, ग्लोबल थ्रेशोल्ड, रन टाइम थ्रेशोल्ड, कट ऑफ, भरपूर गोष्टी आहे. तुम्हाला काहीतरी बाउंड्री सेट करावं लागेल ना. इंटेन्सिटी, आता इमेज बरोबर काम करत असतो, सपोज आपण इकडे टेक्स्ट ऐवजी इमेज आहे आपल्याकडे, आपण इंटेन्सिटी घेतो पिक्सलची इन टर्म्स ऑफ 0 to 250. मग इंटेन्सिटी पिक्सलची हाय असेल त्याला घेतो, फोरग्राउंड मध्ये घेतो, बाकी त्याला बॅकग्राऊंड मध्ये टाकतो. फोरग्राउंड, रिजन ऑफ इंटरेस्ट, एरिया ऑफ इंटरेस्ट, इट डिपेंड ऑन युअर perception, on your expectation or as per your requirement. ती व्हॅरी होऊ शकते, ते फिक्स नाही. त्याच्यामुळे फीचर सिलेक्शन असं जनरलाइज नाही. इट डिपेंड्स what type of features we are going to handle, what type of data we are going to handle. Because every time we are not applying the same process and same techniques. The feature selection is the way of selecting a subset of most relevant features. आपण एक बिग सेट त्याच्यातून सबसेट तयार करतो ऑन बेसिस ऑफ रिलेव्हन्स. हे बघा, मला तुम्ही इकडे बोलवलंय ऑन द टॉपिक ऑफ सपोज तुमचं लेक्चर चालू आहे मॅथचं. मॅथच्या लेक्चरला मॅडम इंग्लिश शिकवलं तर चालेल का? तुम्ही त्याला रिलेव्हंट म्हणणार की इरिलेव्हंट म्हणणार? बरोबर. पण इंग्लिशच्या लेक्चरला मॅडमनी मॅथ शिकवलं. मॅथ कसं शिकवलं? रिलेव्हन्सी कधी येईल त्याच्यामध्ये? त्यांनी एखादं मॅथचं मॉडेल घेतलं, ठीक आहे ना, आणि त्याच्या टर्म्स तुम्हाला इंग्लिश लँग्वेज वापरून एक्सप्लेन केल्या, तर तुम्ही त्याचा थोडा रिलेव्हन्स पकडू शकता. असं टोटली म्हणू शकत नाही इरिलेव्हंट. म्हणून त्याला आपण म्हणतो इरिलेव्हन्सी फ्रॉम द ओरिजिनल फीचर्स. एक ओरिजिनल सेट घ्यायचं, त्याच्यातून रिलेव्हन्स घ्यायचं, सबसेट तयार करायचा आणि इरिलेव्हंट गोष्टी रिमूव्ह करणं. दॅट इज फीचर सिलेक्शन. समजतंय? म्हणजे फीचर सिलेक्शन कसं होतंय? फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल वी हॅव टू डील विथ द रॉ डेटा. यू हॅव टू प्रिपेअर द सबसेट of features, common features. Out of common features, again we are preparing subset of relevant features. Relevant features of subset. Next, some benefits of using feature selection. Ullekhiya benefits is read केलं तर बरं. It helps to avoid the curse of dimensionality. तुमचे dimensions, size वरती आपण काम करतोय. कमी डायमेन्शन, लार्ज डायमेन्शन असेल आपल्याला हँडल करायला सोपं पडतं. ठीक आहे. इट एनेबल्स द मशीन लर्निंग अल्गोरिदम टू ट्रेन फास्टर. आपल्या अल्गोरिदमचा स्पीड अप करायचं, आपल्याला अल्गोरिदम स्पीड अप करायचं, कमी वेळेमध्ये आपल्याला आउटकम आलं पाहिजे. दॅट्स व्हाय वी आर डूइंग फॉर द लो फीचर सिलेक्शन व्हॅल्यूज. आपल्याला सर्व डेटा बरोबर डील नाही करायचं ॲट द टाइम. रिड्यूस द कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी अँड मेक इट इझियर फॉर इंटरप्रिटेशन. हे बघा, वी आर डूइंग फॉर कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी. आता जे लोक डाश शिकवतात त्यांना माहिती डिझाइन अनालिसिस ऑफ देर आर टू कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी, टाइम अँड स्पेस. स्पेस म्हटलं तर व्हॅल्यू, टाइम म्हटलं तर तुमचं रन टाइम किती टाइम येते एक्झिक्यूट करायला. सो ऑलवेज वी हॅव टू डील विथ द कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी इन टर्म्स ऑफ टाइम अँड दिस वन. एव्हरी अल्गोरिदम हॅविंग द डिफरंट कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी. देर आर सम शॉर्टकट नोटेशन, असिम्पोटिक नोटेशन, ओमेगा, थीटा, बिग O. Using this notation, we can find out the complexity of any algorithm, any data set. So we have a data set. So somewhere we have to find out the complexity. With a good complexity, we are going for the easiest interpretation. आपल्याला इंटरप्रेट करायचं आहे डेटा. ठीक आहे. It improves the accuracy of model with the subset, whatever chosen. जो सबसेट घेतलाय त्याच्याबरोबर आपल्याला accuracy आणि मॉडेलचं इम्प्रूव्हमेंट वाढवायचं. And at the end, it reduces the overfitting. जी ओव्हरफिटिंग म्हणजे काय? ओव्हरले. जे लोक ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टीम शिकवतात, ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टीमचं त्यांना नॉलेज आहे आणि ज्यांनी गॅल्विनचं बुक वापरले, सिल्बर ड्राफ्टचं, दे नो इन टर्म्स ऑफ मेमरी देर इज ऑलवेज प्रॉब्लेम ऑफ ओव्हरले. पास A or pass B, and some common subroutines we have. So what we are doing? We are using the common memory for the common applications, and the application A executing the. Suppose for example, we have 200 KB of memory, 200 KB, okay, and application A expected 250 and application B expected 350. So we cannot manage 250, 350 under 200 KB. So what we are doing? We are doing for overlay. First of all, we call first procedure for process A, the common subroutines we are assigned some values, and remaining space we are assigned for application. So it is easy to handle the overlay and overlay. Next, feature selections. So this is the graphically we can easily understand. So this is the first full feature set. Every feature having different meaning. So it is our duty to identify what is expected for our prediction model, for machine learning model. That we are said true and some are false. 10 years back, manually we have to perform this process. Manually we have to do this. But today we have algorithms, we have ready-made tools. We have to just submit the inputs. This is my set of features. Just on basis of this criteria, give me the subset of this relevant subset. So this is the selected feature set. It is very smaller, optimum. So our work is reduced. Our time is reduced. I hope you understand. Go for this. Mostly we are looking for the dimension values. This is the one graph of dimensionality, which specify how we can reduce the dimensionality with the performance. Classify performance. It is reduced because number of variables and number of features. Sometimes the variables what is also assigned. It is a synonym type of things. Matrix, values, weight, feature, attributes, the synonym type of things for features. So that's why it is slash variable slash features. So this is a classified type of things. So we have a different types of data set. We have to discover that data set with different patterns. We have already prepared a set of patterns, cluster A, cluster B, C, D, C, something like this. Every cluster having different meaning, different label, different supervised, unsupervised learning process. So it is our duty to assign a data items into different clusters. So how it is? So this performance of dimensionality depends on your feature selection. How we are going to perform it. Especially when we are dealing with the large number of variables, there is a need of dimensionality reduction. आपको dimensionality reduction करना जरूरी है, ठीक है ना? When we have a big data, feature selection is significantly into the learning algorithm performance. Okay, next. So this is the feature subset selection where we are having two methods as I told you: supervised feature selection techniques and unsupervised. Many of you already know label and unlabeled data. Heuristic labeling technique. Heuristic labeling technique is what? We have a matrix of rows and columns. Rows indicate some labels, column indicates some labels, trained data, untrained data, like this. So only a separate session will be there of supervised and unsupervised learning. But here we are taking help of supervised and unsupervised for feature selection, right? Because somewhere we have to learn how to select good features from the set or subset. For that purpose also we are applying these two common methods of supervised and unsupervised learning. I hope you understand. So input features, subset, and from that we are applying supervised and unsupervised learning. Okay? Find out the learning algorithms. Okay, go on next one. Just go through this figure. As I told you, there are two major paths: supervised learning and unsupervised learning. Supervised learning work under again sub three sets. The first is filter method, embedded methods, and wrap methods. Again, filter method deal with missing values, information gain, chi-square test, feature score. Okay. Next, embedded method work for regularization, random forest importance, decision tree, and minimum distribution. And wrapper method again 4 times: forward feature selection, backwards feature selection, exhaustive feature selection, recursive feature elimination. So these are the 4 steps working in this. So one by one we are going to discuss about filters methods, embedded methods, and wrapper method. Go on next. Wrapper method. So this is a diagram of wrapper method. How it is. So in wrapper method particularly, the set of features we have. देखो अभी हम लोग स्टेप बाय स्टेप जा रहे हैं. Initially we have our data, we have our information, we have our raw data, we have our significant scientific information. Raw data journey move for data pre-processing and data post-processing. Data pre-processing techniques already discussed thoroughly. What are the techniques are there? Why it is essential? How we can perform the data pre-processing. After data processing, what is our objective? What is our agenda? It is very clear, crystal clear. We have to extract the features from raw data. What is feature? I think everyone understands. What exactly it is. Because already we spent 1.5 hours for this feature selection. How we are going to identify features? What exactly features? What is the role of feature in data mining, in machine learning, and AI? Our topic related to machine learning. That's why we are going for the prediction model. We are considering one example. We have a small house and we have to find out the expected price of that home, town, so property, how we can. So 4-5 features we consider. Likewise we are discussing, and these are the some techniques where we have to work for wrapper methods, embedded methods, and then first step. So this is wrapper method. So wrapper methods, and third method is a combination of first one. Right, this is an indication of that. Okay. In wrapper method, just go look at color. Different combinations are made evaluated and compared with other combinations. Those people belong from CSIT background, they only know. Because suppose first of all in machine learning methods we have to set the pattern of data. And remaining input values we have to compare with the respective targeted pattern. And if the targeted pattern and input variables or input pattern is matched, then we can conclude some labels. It is yes, no, cluster A, cluster B, grouping, discovering, classification, clustering. It is a different thing. But first of all, we have to manage the input subset. We have to generate the subset, and we have to apply the algorithms and recursion. Try to understand. This is the recursion. It is continuously in looping till we are not going to conclude some expected universal unique label. And once it is finalized, then we are going for performance. So what is this? On the basis of output model, what we are doing? We are adding, subtracted, eliminated, removed some features, and we are again train the remaining features. So this is the training model. Try to understand. Whatever subset features we have, continuously we are trigger, we are provide the training to that features till we are not expected whatever performance we have. Because we know what performance we are expected. Till that model we are doing these iterations, multiple iterations, set, subset, and we are applying some practical algorithms for that, and we are doing for performance. Some techniques under wrapper methods. What are the techniques? Forward selection, backward elimination, exhaustive feature selection, and recursion. So these are the 4-5 techniques works for wrapper methods. One techniques for wrapper methods. उसका भी हम लोगों ने thoroughly discuss करना है. What is forward techniques? What is backward technique? What is exhaustive feature selection? And what is recursive feature selection? Forward selection में क्या होता है? It is iterative process. Just reading if possible, which begins with empty set. हे बघा, पहिल्या आणि दुसऱ्यामध्ये एकच फरक आहे. बॅकवर्ड इलिमिनेशन मध्ये काय होतं? तुमच्याकडे ऑलरेडी हवं डेटा सेट, त्याच्यातून इलिमिनेट करायचं. रिव्हर्स इंजिनिअरिंग आणि फॉरवर्ड इंजिनिअरिंग. फॉरवर्ड मध्ये काय करायचं आहे? फॉरवर्ड मध्ये इनिशियली काहीच नाही, एम्प्टी सेट आहे. त्याच्यात तुम्हाला पुट करायचं. तुम्ही स्टॅक शिकले का? आठवून घ्यायचे, इन्सर्ट करायचे. पॉप मध्ये काय ऑलरेडी डेटा फुल आहे, तुम्हाला एक्सट्रॅक्ट करायचं. वी हॅव टू एक्सट्रॅक्ट इट. सो सेम थिंग आहे. फॉरवर्ड सिलेक्शन मध्ये काय होत आहे की तुमचं डेटा सेट इनिशियली इट इज एम्प्टी सेट ऑफ फीचर्स, सबसेट. वी हॅव टू थिंक, वी हॅव टू परफॉर्म ईच इटरेशन, and every iteration we have individual features, data items, attributes in that set. This is the forward selection. Backward मध्ये काय होते? Backward is totally iterative approach, but it is totally reverse to forward. Initially we have a full set of features and we are going to identify which feature we want to continue and which feature we want to remove from the subset. त्याला म्हणतात backward elimination. ठीक है? Third position, exhaustive features. Just read it once. Exhaustive feature selection is the most feature selection method. Why? Because whatever evolution subset we have, we are applying the brute force algorithm to identify it. It means we are going for trial and work. Trial and error method, तुम्हाला माहिती आहे? Trial and error method. What exactly it is? Initially we are totally unknown about the set and subset. We don't know exactly which input is correct correlate with this output. Randomly we are going for trial and error method. We are applying random value x equal to 2. Okay, it is applicable, we are consider. If it is not applicable, we can eliminate. Likewise, it work. Exhaustive feature selection. It not having any pre-knowledge, prerequisites. Initial prerequisites we don't know. We are directly runtime, we are accepted, we are eliminated. And last, recursive feature elimination is a combination of Vastuti. So this is the next method, filter method. So झालं नाही? Set of features, we are selecting the best features, we are applying the learning algorithm to that features, and then we are calculate the performance. So these are the some common technique of filter methods where we are doing for information gain, chi-square test, feature score and missing validation. more than ठीक आहे. काही मेकॅनिकल प्रश्न असल्यामुळे होऊ शकतं. तुम्हाला खरंच थँक्यू व्हेरी मच. सोपं नाही इकडे बसणं, इकडच्या पेक्षा इकडे बसणं थोडं अवघड आहे. आम्ही स्टुडंट लाईफ बघितलेलं आहे. कंटिन्युअस अटेंड करणं, त्याचं तुमच्या रिलेव्हंट आहे की नाही मला माहीत नाही. तुमचं बॅकग्राऊंड हे गोष्टी लोक CSITचे त्यांना पटकन कॅच करू शकतात. ते लोक आपण बरोबर घेतोय, क्लासमध्ये घेतोय. क्लासमधला टीचिंग वेगळा असतात. क्लासमध्ये आपण टॉपिक घेतो, त्या टॉपिकवरती आपण डायलॉग करतो आणि ते तुम्हाला टॉपिक एक्सप्लेन करतो विथ सर्टन एक्झाम्पल. इकडे थोडं वेगळं प्रोसेस आहे. मला असं वाटतं फिल्टर मेथड इज नेम इंडिकेटिव्ह सेम, नो नीड ऑफ एक्सप्लेनेशन. फिल्टर सर्वांना माहिती, आपण प्युरिफायर वापरतो. आपलं पाण्यामध्ये वेगवेगळे कंपाऊंड असतात. आपलं पर्पज काय की बाबा फिल्टर वापरून आपल्याला एक प्रॉपर क्वालिटी प्युअर वॉटर भेटते. तसंच प्रकारे इकडे ऑडी सबसेट आहे. आपल्याला क्वालिटी फीचर्स फिल्टर करायचे, त्यासाठी दीज आर द डिफरंट मेथड्स. स्कोर व्हॅल्यू, फीचर स्कोर, इन्फॉर्मेशन. ठीक आहे. नेक्स्ट इकडे एक फॉर्म्युला दिलेला आहे बघा, मिसिंग व्हॅल्यू विषयी थोडं तुम्हाला सांगतो. नंबर ऑफ मिसिंग व्हॅल्यूज इंटू 100 करायचं डिवाइडेड बाय टोटल नंबर ऑफ ऑब्झर्वेशन्स. आता ऑब्झर्वेशन म्हणजे काय? दिस इज माय ऑब्झर्वेशन. आउट ऑफ 60 फीचर्स 10 features are absent in my subset. In main original set there are 60 features. In subset there are only 40 or 50. So what is remaining? 20 or 10. That we have to consider here. We have to multiply with 100 because we have to find out in terms of percentile. That's why we are using this formula for missing value. For feature score, it is a popular supervised technique for the feature selection. It returns the rank of variable on basis of feature criteria in descending order. आपण काय करतो, सर्वात हायटेड कोण इकडे उभे राहा, ज्याचं सर्वात जास्त वेट आहे त्याला आपण कन्सिडर करतो, लाईक दिस. सो वी आर डूइंग सच टाइप ऑफ प्रॅक्टिसेस टू फाइंड आउट द लार्ज फीचर व्हॅल्यू. फीचर स्केल, हे स्केल दिलेले आहे आपल्याला. मग ते कुठल्या बाबतीत असू शकते, ज्याचं हायेस्ट वेट आहे त्याने स्टँड फॉर फर्स्ट पोझिशन, देन सेकंड पोझिशन, डिसेंडिंग ऑर्डर, असेंडिंग ऑर्डर, लाईक दिस. इन्फॉर्मेशन में it determine the entropy encoding माहिती आहे सांगा. entropy encoding आपण शिकलो entropy encoding. So it is based on entropy encoding which work on your data set and on basis of entropy encoding we are doing the feature selection. पहिला इन्फॉर्मेशन मध्ये entropy encoding होतं, सेकंड chi-square encoding आहे, टेस्ट, थर्ड फीचर स्कोर आहे. मिसिंग व्हॅल्यू मध्ये तुम्हाला रेडीमेड फॉर्म्युला दिलेला आहे, मॅथमॅटिकल नोटेशन. जस्ट यू हॅव टू यूज दॅट फॉर्म्युला. chi-square टेक्निक मध्ये रिलेशनशिप बघितली जाते. रिलेमन्स, एक पिक्सल नियर बाय पिक्सल बरोबर काय रिलेशनशिप आहे, डिस्टन्स व्हॅल्यू, त्याचं डिस्टन्स युक्लिडियन डिस्टन्स घेतलं जातं. सेंट्रोइड टू पर्टिक्युलर पिक्सल, सेंट्रोइड पासून ते किती दूर आहे, जवळ आहे, मिनिमम मॅक्सिमम, त्याला chi-square टेस्ट म्हणतात. ज्याच्यामध्ये तुम्हाला रिलेशनशिप घेतलं जाते, वन डेटा टू अनदर डेटा, वन फीचर टू अनदर फीचर, कॅटेगरल डेटा, नॉन कॅटेगरल डेटा, असं त्याच्यामध्ये आहे. ह्या सगळ्या 4-5 स्टेप्स आहेत जे आपण ते वापरतो. नेक्स्ट थोडं फास्ट वापरतो. एम्बेडेड लास्ट मेथड आपण थांबू याच्यामध्ये, चालेल. एम्बेडेड मेथड मध्ये एक जनरेट होतं सबसेट, परत इटरेटिव्ह मेथडनी वापरलं जातं. एम्बेडेड मेथड मध्ये परत दोन सब टेक्निक्स आहेत, रेग्युलरायझेशन अँड रँडम फॉरेस्ट. ओके, रँडम फॉरेस्टचे इम्पॉर्टन्स त्याच्यामध्ये दिलेलं आहे. एम्बेडेड मध्ये पहिले दोन ऑप्शन, रॅपर आणि सबसेट सिलेक्शन, किंवा पहिले जे दोन ऑप्शन त्याचं कन्सिडरेशन केलं जातं, कॉस्ट कटिंग केलं जातं, दोन्हीचं इंडिकेशन. म्हणजे आपल्यामध्ये बऱ्यापैकी बघितलं असेल, दोन मेथडला आपण इंडिकेट करतो, ज्याला युनिव्हर्सल मेथड म्हणतो किंवा एम्बेडेड मेथड म्हणतो. एम्बेडेडचा अर्थ काय होतो, दोन गोष्टी एकत्र करतात. एम्बेडेड म्हणजे काय, सॉफ्टवेअर आणि हार्डवेअर एकत्र आणणं. आयओटी काय आहे, एम्बेडेड ऍप्लिकेशन, ज्याच्यामध्ये हार्डवेअर आहे, स्मार्ट डिव्हाइस आहे, ज्याला सॉफ्टवेअर टर्म दिला, इन्स्ट्रक्शन दिला, इंटरनेट दिला आणि एखादे ऍप्लिकेशन आपण एक्झिक्यूट करतो, बरोबर ना. दॅट इज एम्बेडेड. याच्यामध्ये एम्बेडेड म्हणजे दोन्ही टर्म्स एकत्र केलेले आहेत. ठीक आहे. नेक्स्ट टेक्निक ऑफ एम्बेडेड, रेग्युलरायझेशन बद्दल थोडं डिस्कस करू. इट इज ॲड अ पेनल्टी टर्म फॉर डिफरंट पॅरामीटर्स ऑफ मशीन लर्निंग मॉडेल टू अवॉइड द ओव्हर फिटिंग डेटा प्रॉब्लेम्स, and basically it goes for lasso and ridge regularization. These are the two algorithms used in this. ते अल्गोरिदम डिस्कस करायला एक तास लागेल, त्याचे स्टेप्स वगैरे एवढं पॉसिबल नाही आपल्याला, तुमचं रिलेव्हंट आहे की मला माहित नाही. त्याच्यामुळे आपण फक्त एक ओव्हरलुक करू इंट्रोडक्टरी की बाबा व्हॉट एक्झॅक्टली इट इज. सो दीज आर द टेक्निक्स which deal with the coefficient values. Second is random forest. Decision tree algorithm सर्वांना माहित असेल, CSIT चे पीपल डिसिजन ट्री अल्गोरिदम आपण शिकलो. त्याच बेसिसवरती रँडम फॉरेस्ट इम्पॉर्टन्स आहे. त्याच्यामध्ये डिफरंट टी बेस्ड मेथड्स आपण वापरतो फॉर फीचर सिलेक्शन. दिस इज an important technique for feature selection. It provides the selected features and its importance. त्याच्यामध्ये आपण रँडम फॉरेस्ट टी बेस्ड मेथड वापरतो. बॅगिंग अल्गोरिदम वापरतो. बॅगिंग अल्गोरिदम मेन्शन केलेलं आहे. त्याच्यामध्ये आपण डिफरंट व्हॅल्यूचे ॲग्रिगेशन घेतो, ॲग्रिगेट करतो. एक ॲग्रिगेशन घेतो, समरायझेशन करतो, नॉर्मलायझेशन करतो आणि गिनी इम्प्युरिटी म्हणून एक टेक्निक आहे मार्केटमध्ये, ज्याच्यामध्ये आपण इम्प्युरिटी आणि प्युअर इम्प्युरिटी असे क्लासिफिकेशन करतो आणि काही व्हॅल्यूजला आपण सबसेटमध्ये घेतो, काही सेटमध्ये घेतो, त्या ऑप्टिमम व्हॅल्यू त्याच्यातून परत एक्सट्रॅक्ट करतो. ती मेथड वापरून आपण रँडम फॉरेस्ट. रँडम नाव काय दिलंय हे बघा, एक रूट आहे, ट्री घेतला आपण, मल्टिपल पाथ असतो, रँडमली आपण करतो. आपण काय म्हणत आहे लेफ्टला जायचं राईटला जायचं, आपण रँडमली सिलेक्ट करतो म्हणून त्याला जनरली रँडम फॉरेस्ट म्हणतात. जंगलामध्ये गेल्यानंतर आपण असं काय आपल्याला दिशा नसते, आपण रँडमली सर्च करतो आणि त्याच्यामध्ये ऑप्टिमम पाथ आपण फाइंड आउट करतो. इमिडिएट झालं प्रोसिजर. फीचर सिलेक्शनचा मेथड आहे इनपुट व्हेरिएबल. त्याच्यामध्ये परत दोन कॅटेगरी इम्पॉर्टंट आहे, न्यूमरिकल आणि कॅटेगरिकल. न्यूमरिकल आहे आउटपुट व्हेरिएबल टार्गेट होतं, इकडे पण आउटपुट व्हेरिएबल टार्गेट होतं. त्याच्यामध्ये पियर्सन, स्पेअरमॅन्स, अनोवा अशा सब टेक्निक आहेत. इकडे कॅन्डाल्स, ची स्पेअर आणि म्युच्युअल इन्फॉर्मेशन अशा सब टेक्निक आहेत. या तीन टेक्निक या दोन टेक्निक कॅटेगरीसाठी वर्क करतात. कॅन्डल्स मध्ये कॅटेगरी आणि न्यूमरिकल इंटिग्रेटेड आहे आणि पियर्सन आणि स्पेअरमॅन्स, अनोवा त्या कॅटेगरी आणि न्यूमरिकलसाठी काम करतात. आउटपुट व्हेरिएबलला टार्गेट केलं जातं आणि त्याच्यानुसार न्यूमरिकल आणि कॅटेगरिकल. न्यूमरिकल आणि कॅटेगरिकलचं मी एक थोडक्यात तुम्हाला सांगतो. न्यूमरिकल आणि कॅटेगरिकल म्हणजे काय ते बघा, तुम्हाला तुमच्या पुढे खूप सारा बिग डेटा आहे, तुम्हाला फीचर एक्सट्रॅक्ट करायचे आणि ऑन बेसिस ऑफ फीचर सिलेक्शन तुम्हाला एक कॅटेगरिकल डेटा बनवायचा आहे, डिस्कवर करायचे पॅटर्न्स, क्लस्टर ए बी सी किंवा क्लासिफिकेशन करायचं आहे. तर आपण कॅटेगरीला जातो. न्यूमरिकलमध्ये कॅटेगरी होत नाही. न्यूमरिकलमध्ये फक्त आपण फीचर्स घेतो, रन टाइम फीचर्स आपण त्या मॉडेलला देतो मशीन लर्निंगच्या आणि त्याचं एक्झिक्युशन 0-1 मध्ये होतं किंवा येस नो, फेअर नॉन फेअर, पास फेल. ते न्यूमरिकल व्हॅल्यू झालं 0 and 1. लक्षात येते तुमच्या, म्हणजे तुमचं आउटपुट हे रिझल्ट ओरिएंटेड आहे, टर्म ओरिएंटेड आहे, तर त्याला आपण न्यूमरिकल म्हणतो. कॅटेगरी म्हणजे लेबल बेस. आलं लक्षात. नेक्स्ट त्याचा हा डिस्क्रिप्शन टेबल आहे. फीचर सिलेक्शन टेक्निक्स मी तुम्हाला सांगितलं त्याच्यानुसार वर्क करतात न्यूमरिकलसाठी, कॅटेगरीसाठी आणि याच्यासाठी. नेक्स्ट थांबूया आपण. एक लिंक होती दुसऱ्या पीपीटी आहे, पण आता मला असं वाटतं आपण इथे थांबलं बेटर आहे. आम्हाला पण लवकरात लवकर जायचं आहे. तुमचे काही डाऊट असेल तर प्लीज विचारा. Our topic is very clear. Our topic is all about the data pre-processing and feature selection. And these two techniques mostly used and handled in the phase of machine learning algorithms. Because in machine learning algorithms, we are dealing with the prediction models. And for prediction models, we have to conclude with certain outcomes, specific outcomes. And for that purpose, I consider one small example of home. That home we want to buy. To buy that home, we are expected the multiple feature values and that prediction model. So any doubts, any